Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today in this video, I'll be not talking about any gadget or I'll be not reviewing any laptop or any smartphone device. In this video, I'll be talking about a reel that I had recently put up on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, you can follow me with the first link in the description. So this reel is basically an animation in which I have clicked some photos and I have animated them. And it looks pretty good. It's coming on your screen and you can see it. So in this video, I'll be telling you how you can make such kinds of reel using Photoshop and Premiere Pro. Hey guys, I'm your host Shaumit, and without any further ado, let's get started. So guys, before we start making this moving building animation, you will need to have some pre-clicked photos on which you will be working on. For these photos, you will need to have three things in your mind when you're clicking them. First, you will need to have some depth available in these photos so that when you are editing it and you're making them in 3D, they look good. You will need some repeating patterns or some patterns in those photos. And third, you will need to have some story going around in that photo to make it look interesting. So once you have clicked some photos, in this tutorial, I'll be using photos of Amity University as I'm doing my bachelor's from there, so I had an opportunity to click the buildings of this university, and in this tutorial I'll be making this moving building animation on Amity University's buildings. As you can see in this folder, I have some already clicked photos of Amity University. So as you can see, there are some patterns in this building which look interesting, and there is some depth going on. I have the trees as my foreground and the building is in my background, and it's merging with the blue sky, so it looks pretty good. The photo is good and we can make animation on this photo. Apart from that, as you can see, this is the first frame of my reel, and as you can see, there are three buildings with different textures, different patterns. So yeah, you will have a fair idea now what kind of photos you will need when you are making this animation. Okay guys, so once you have clicked your photos and you're ready with your photos on your machine, you just first will need to go on Photoshop. So let's open Photoshop. Now once you are in Photoshop, you'll need to open your photo. So as you can see, I have already imported my photo in Photoshop. What you need to do in Photoshop is to have all the elements in your photos where you need to have animation, have them on a different layer. We have three buildings. We'll need to have these three buildings on different layers, and then we'll be exporting them in three different images. So let's just cut and take the buildings on different layers. Okay guys, so now as you can see, we have all the buildings in three different layers. So this is the main photograph. Once I hide it, as you can see, we have all the buildings in three different layers. Now we'll export them one by one, and we have three different images of these three buildings. Now as you can see, I've exported these buildings. Now we'll import these photos into Premiere Pro and we'll make the animation. Let's open Premiere Pro. As you can see, here we are in Premiere Pro 2024. This animation can be made on any version of Premiere Pro, so don't worry. As you can see, I have already made a project file with the name Moving Building Animation. And now once we are in Premiere Pro, we need to import our photos, our three images into Premiere Pro. And I'll make a timeline with these images. So now you need to specifically give consideration to how you need to place these photos together. So in my case, to get the maximum depth out of these photos, I'll place the middle building in the bottom layer. To make a project file in After Effects, what I'll do is I'll just click these three images and I'll choose replace with After Effects composition. So let's do that. Now it's asking me to rename the project file in After Effects, so let's do it E2 moving, and let's create, and it has created a timeline just like Premiere Pro in After Effects. And as you can see, we have all the buildings in three different layers in After Effects. For reel, we have a different aspect ratio, so I'm gonna edit the sequence settings over here. If you go in composition settings, I'll give it 2160 into 3840, which is 9:16. the ratio we need for Instagram. As you can see, fair enough, we have a proper frame for our reel. Now, as you can see, we are not able to see the third building in the frame, and we have just the middle building and the second building. So what I need to do is I'll need to first, before we make the animation, you need to do the placing right to get the maximum depth out of these photos. At around here, I feel it looks pretty good. Now what we're gonna do is we have to make all these layers in 3D. So to do that, here is a small button over here which makes all the layers 3D. So you can press it and you'll have 3D layers in your timeline. This animation basically works on keyframing and movement. So suppose if you have to move this building, what we'll need to do is you just need to go into its properties. Then under properties, you just have to put a keyframe on the position of this photo, of this image. So I have put a keyframe on the position, and now I'm gonna gradually move it according to my will. So you can see, to get a good depth and a good story going in this kind of animation, you always need to have an opposite movement. So if this left building is going down, you should always give a up movement to the other building to have some variation in the edit. Keyframing, position, and I'll give it up a movement. So yeah, see, we have the effect done. Now to add a little bit of spice in this edit, what we'll need to do is in the middle building, we'll keyframe the position as well as the scale, and we'll give this a sideway movement and a scale as well. So yeah, about around here it's good, and we can also give it a little bit of upward movement as well. So yeah, as you can see, it create an illusion and it has depth in it and it looks fabulous. So this is how you can create a moving building animation in After Effects, Premiere Pro as well, and you just need to have good photos, some knowledge of Photoshop. So guys, if you have any queries regarding this effect, you can feel free to ask me in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. And if you are new here, then do consider subscribing to this channel. I tend to create a lot of tutorials, tech reviews on this channel. So if you have interest in those, or if you need to decide which laptop to buy or which smartphone to buy, then this is the right destination for you. Subscribe to this channel and like this video if you like it, and I'll see you around in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Shaumit signing off. Peace.